Hello, my name is Dr. Christopher Nagy, and I'm the Superintendent of Schools for the Bergen County Institute of Technology and Bergen County Special Services School District. Today's Leadership Spark is entitled Edupreneurship in Education. That is correct, Edupreneurship and not entrepreneurship. Nathan Tanner, in a recent article entitled Edupreneurship and the Future of Education, noted that edupreneurship is about creating or building learning capacity, and it's about driving change and reform. Edupreneurship can mean building unique learning programs, developing e-learning software and apps, or even getting involved in the gamification of learning a particular content area. This is one of the fastest growing markets and gaining momentum every day. Many educators, whether inside or outside of the classroom, have come to realize through observation, experimentation, and looking at the educational landscape that their years of experience do matter. When this experience is linked together with educational technology, amazing things can be done in and outside of the classroom. This experience is value added and enhances the student learning process. I see it in classrooms, and I see how students are so engaged in projects that time stops. They are leveraging technology such as augmented reality, virtual reality, or apps on a phone or tablet to create new ways to learn, engage, and problem solve. Edupreneurs create a unique classroom experience where students can be optimistic about embracing change, stretching their skill set, while looking at the world differently as a result. It is what George Couros refers to as the innovator's mindset. Leaders and educators are in a unique position to act as an edupreneur to build learning capacity in students and to assist them to embrace the future. Outside of the classroom, edupreneurs are engaged in developing the gamification of learning, sharing of blogs and resources and organizational systems to assist teachers and one another to complete daily tasks in the classroom, among a plethora of other options. The end game is to position students to learn in a new and creative learning environment that engage and stoke curiosity, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Here I'm reminded of Harvard professor Tony Wagner's 7 survival skills for careers, college, and citizenship, which were first shared in his book, The Global Achievement Gap. He notes that whether a student or an adult, these survivor skills are necessary to navigate a world that is constantly changing and experiencing disruption, much like the staircase behind me. Imagine if students left the schools having mastered the following 7 competencies: critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration across networks and leading by influence, agility and adaptability, initiative and entrepreneurialism, effective oral and written communication, assessing and analyzing information, and number 7, curiosity and imagination. Note that initiative and entrepreneurialism and curiosity and imagination are part of this skill set and should be evident in the learning process. Imagine the student who leaves high school with this type of skill set. Dr. Todd Kashdan, professor of psychology at George Mason University, with whom I had a chance to work on a project to measure student well-being, noted in his book Curious that an individual will never find that sense of purpose and meaning without searching. For many who are afraid to be curious due to a certain level of anxiety of not knowing what is on the other side and having a tolerance for little anxiety, the good news is that curiosity can be cultivated. Once embraced as an option, such as taking a different route to the store or purposely taking a different route for a cup of coffee on a way to work, or trying to brush your teeth with the opposite hand. This state of inquisitiveness positions the brain to reinforce the behavior by releasing dopamine. In essence, according to Kashdan, we are hardwired to experience a rush of excitement when something novel and unpredictable breaks through the routine. A novel idea for a classroom experience today. It is not by chance that social media and business connectivity platform LinkedIn now allows young people as early as age 13 to join LinkedIn. Why? Curious? As Dave Wettrick noted in a recent podcast, students are being encouraged to experiment, create, fail, while still at home and not have to worry about placing a roof over their head or put food on the table. Young people can experience true entrepreneurship. It is also an opportunity for young people to connect with business leaders, to test ideas, and to have their ideas considered. CEOs may tend to answer questions from a teenager or 13-year-old than a 25-year-old or older. To bring all of this together, 2 weeks ago, I had the privilege of going on a field trip with some of our students in one of my high schools to Car Effects, an automotive and customization operation in New Jersey, owned by Mike Layton. Started while in his home in high school in his parents' garage, selling aftermarket automotive parts. Now it's a multi-million-dollar business that services among its customers a number of professional athletes. What a great example of entrepreneurialism. When addressing the students about his journey, Mike noted the valuable lessons he learned while in high school that gave him the opportunity to engage in trial, errors, and failures as a result. And now he ultimately moved from a garage to a storefront to his own large shop, which he will now be expanding due to an onslaught of demand. It all started before graduating from high school. How do we stoke curiosity and entrepreneurialism in the classroom or as leaders? The time is now to position students and young people to exercise initiative and imagination, and to follow and explore their passions or interests. How do we know how far we can go or learn if we do not push ourselves to try? How can we think and be edupreneurs inside the classrooms, districts, or in business? I'm a good example. I'm engaged in life, and it's definitely worth living because I'm constantly learning, creating, and engaging in building capacity within others and myself. Try a dose of curiosity and try to look at your classroom as an edupreneur.